Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to discuss with you probably the piece of kit that I've had the most questions and comments on since I've launched the channel, and it is the Camp Chef Fire Ring. This is a gas powered fire pit. Let's talk about it. So if you guys have been following me for any amount of time, you'd know that I live in Australia, and being in Australia, having a campfire and just having fires in general is problematic, just because everything is so incredibly dry and we are so prone to bushfires. Right. So being able to go out for a camp and to have a fire is not always possible. Especially in some places don't even allow campfires at all any time of year. But some do, some don't. So I guess for me, I was looking for a solution to most of that, as generally, not everywhere, but generally speaking, any time of year, you're allowed to have a gas barbecue or a gas fire, or like, a liquid sort of fire solution. So that's where this guy came in. It's a gas fire pit. We can cook on it. We can use it for warmth and comfort. And yeah, it doesn't require any solid fuel, which is good. So let me get it out of the bag and I'll show you what we got. So I do like the bag that it came with. It's a fairly decent Kojira material, and it's weathered really well. Now I've had this thing for maybe just over 18 months or so, and I have used it a lot. There we go. So that's what it looks like. It comes with the hose, which is all the appropriate connections and everything. Let's put that aside for now. And there it is. That's the fire pit. Now it comes with these sorts of lava rocks. There's a bag of them in there. I have doubled up and added some fire stones, which I really like the look of. None of the stuff weighs very much, but it's really cool. I love the way that this disperses the flame, and it makes it look really nice. Plus these little white guys, they glow when they get warm, so all good. I really like that. So obviously you can't have it on the ground like this, but they have very kindly added 3 feet. Okay guys, now I just want to pull your attention to the little sort of inlet here where you put your gas on. It's got a really cool little lever, so you can use that to open up the gas or close the gas, whatever you want to do. All very nice brass fittings, all very solid, very nice, but it does stick out a fair bit. So when you put it in the bag and you put it in your car, like this little bit here is susceptible to like knocking stuff around or getting knocked. So always just check that this is in a good condition before you light it. Yeah, that's what I'll say. Alright guys, so if you guys haven't picked up on it yet, I really do like this guy. It's a great piece of kit. I've cooked on it, I've used it for warmth, I've sat around it for hours. It's really nice. You don't get the wood fire campfire smell, but you do get the ambience and you do get the heat. Now, there's no way for me to compare the heat from a campfire to what this puts out, but I will tell you, like, if you're in a reasonably enclosed environment, like under a canopy or under an awning or whatever, this puts out more than enough heat. It really does. It warms up a space very well. You can efficiently cook on this. I think it's absolutely great. It's really nice for what it is, and as of filming right now, it is $99. It's an absolute no-brainer. Absolute no-brainer. It packs down really small. It's always ready to go. It's got no moving parts. It's got nothing that's going to wear out or whatever. I think it's fantastic. So what I'll do now is I'm going to light it up, and I'll show you guys what it looks like lit up and how that whole process works, and what I recommend is best of how to light this thing, and just a couple of safety concerns and things you should be aware of. So let's do it. Okay guys, so getting this all connected up is very simple. It comes with this little tool that you just leave permanently attached to the hose. It does clip off fairly easily, and then you just start connecting this little guy So it can take a couple of goes just to get the thread to take, but there we go. So you tighten this by hand, and then maybe just give it a turn or two with the included tool, and then just reattach it so it's always available when you need it. And there we go. So that's the hose attached. I'm going to connect it to a gas bottle, and I'll show you what that looks like. So it's a fairly simple, fairly standard gas connection. You want to make sure that your gas bottle has threads on the outside and not just the inside, so you can connect this guy. So I'm just going to get this guy attached. So just about there, sort of just finger tight. There we go. So that's good to go. So I'm going to open it up. I like opening up the gas bottle all the way, because then I can control the flame from the valve at the top. Let's light it. Alright guys, so just before I light this thing, I will just say, safety first. Common sense must prevail when you're using anything with, you know, fire and gas and anything sort of explosive. I'm in a very well ventilated room here. I've got the doors open, I've got the windows open, and it's not going to be on for very long. So I feel reasonably safe having it in here. And like I said to you before, it does stay cool under there, so I'm not concerned about my table either. So guys, when you're lighting anything, whatever it is, you need to consider your own safety and the safety of those around you, as well as the safety of the environment. So please, use common sense. Don't be a dickhead. Just be safe, right? That's it, all I'll say. So I'm going to turn the gas on with my little lever here. Just going to see where it is. And I want to go about halfway until I can sort of hear the gas. I can hear it, and then I'm going to use a striker, which is the way I recommend lighting this thing. There we go. And we're going. Cool. Alright, let's do more. Right everyone, there you have it. It's lit. It's been on for about, about 40 seconds, so it's got a bit to go. But as it warms up, these white round stones I've got in there tend to glow. Now they're called fire stones. You can find them on eBay or Amazon or wherever you want to go. They look really nice at night. It really does have a great effect, and I'm a big fan of it. Now I don't know if you can hear the sound that it makes. There is a little bit of a hiss. The way to fix the hiss is to turn the yellow valve at the front there, turn that valve a little down and just open the gas fully and start closing the gas again. Then the hiss tends to go away. I don't mind the hiss, it reminds me of the ocean. So that's it. But yeah guys, this thing is great. And generally where you're not allowed to have a wood fire, this thing is legal. You can cook on it, and a gas bottle, like a normal 3.7 kilo gas bottle, will last about 8 hours. So, from an economy perspective, it's really good. Plus, from a safety perspective, you can literally just turn this thing off. Done. It's gone. It's finished. That's really good. I do like that, especially in a country like Australia. Fire safety is a big concern, so being able to just turn it off and it dies, perfect. Awesome. Yeah. I'm going to give this a couple of minutes and I'll bring you a little closer and show you what it looks like. Let's go. Alright guys, I've had this lit now for about 5 minutes and the fire stones are starting to glow, and this is kind of the sweet spot where you want to be. I really love this thing. I think it's great. So I guess the big question is, why do you want something like this as opposed to having a normal campfire? Well, a lot of the times having a campfire isn't possible. You don't have access to wood, you can't harvest wood at camp. And yeah, generally may not even be allowed to have a campfire at that time of year, or whenever. This thing kind of gets around all of that. It's 100% safe to use. Like I said to you, it stays ice cold under here. There is no heat transfer coming down. It's really, really nice. It's great. A normal gas canister will last you about 8 hours, which is phenomenal compared to wood. You can put 20 kilos of wood on a campfire and it could be gone in 3 or 4 hours, and you're just left with coals. This thing stays flaming. You can cook on this guy. I've cooked on it before. Where the gas comes in, there is a little air intake which minimizes the soot you might get. I honestly, I'm trying to find a reason for you not to get one of these. Now, there are loads of them on the market, different styles, different sizes, different stuff. So, you know, choose your own adventure. Go have a look what's out there. And if you're interested in the gas fire pit, just get one. They are cheap. They are great. They work super well. They put out a ton of heat. They give you all the ambience of having a campfire without any of the negative things. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. One thing I will say though, I really like this guy. It's $100. It's a really cheap way of getting in. Fantastic bit of kit. But if I had my way, I would go for one of the Howell R1, R2 fire pits. Those things are insane, and that is probably the pinnacle of what you're going to get with a gas-powered fire pit. That's exactly what that is. So if you're interested in something, you know, on the other end of the spectrum, go have a look at the Howell guys. It's incredible, and if you guys are watching, please send me one. I'd love to use one on the channel. But yeah, if you don't have, you know, over $1,000 budget to spend on a gas fire pit, this is going to get you there, and it's going to do what it's meant to do, and it's going to do it for a very, very long time. So guys, I've got nothing but good things to say about this guy. It's a reasonable size, it's a reasonable weight. I can't measure any of that for you. As you can tell, it's not huge, it's not heavy, comes with a bag. I would recommend adding a couple of firestones to the volcanic stones that they give you, just for a little bit more oomph. But man, this is great, and especially if you live in a country like Australia where fires are difficult and problematic, this is a no-brainer, guys. So I hope that's answered some of the questions. I gotta say, like, this is the piece of kit that I've had the most questions on since I started the channel. So I hope that sort of answers a lot of them. If you have any other questions, please put them in the comments for me. Love to hear from you. I'll make sure to reply to everyone. But yeah, guys, this is the Camp Chef compact fire ring. I've used it a lot. I really enjoy it, and I can highly recommend it. Alright guys, thank you very much, and I hope you've enjoyed that, and I'll see you for the next one. Cheers everyone. I'm gonna go have a campfire. Alright, see ya. Cheers. Oh yeah, and just by the way, if you wanted to know how easy it is to turn this thing off and to stop anything from happening, check this out. And there we go. It's gone. It's off. No more flame. Nothing. No brainer. Alright guys, I'll see you again. Cheers.